What is going on, guys? This is Connor Sems here, and today I'm bringing you guys another Black Ops 3 class setup video. So this is the third one that I've done since the game has come out, and it's only been out for like a month, which is kind of crazy. But whether you like it or not, there's actually been so many different phases that this game has gone through. We've had different bans, nerfs, buffs, you name it. And this game has actually gone through a lot. So the first setup video, or the first class setup video that I made, was basically like an introduction to the game. It was like, this is your day one stuff that you're gonna run with. The second one that I made was a solid, we had some stable rules going and like a new meta, so I made another one. And here's the third one. We got High Caliber banned last night, which is actually a really big deal. High Caliber, certain silent nerfs, silent buffs, all sorts of shit is happening. So I figured I would give you guys another class setup video. So let's get into this. So the first class I have here is the XR2, and you guys are probably thinking I'm a fucking nutcase for running this shit, but this is a lot more consistent than the M8. And before you freak out, I do have an M8 class over here, and I do use it from time to time, but the M8 is just so damn inconsistent, and it gets really annoying. Sometimes this thing will take like 4 bursts to kill someone, and sometimes it takes less than a burst. You have no idea what's gonna happen. It's like a fucking McDonald's Happy Meal. You never know what you're gonna get for a toy. It's retarded. So the XR2 is a lot more consistent. I tend to run that a lot more. So this is basically what I've been running here. I'll go in depth to that, but I also run Overkill on this M8 just because I wanted to try something a little bit experimental, and I felt that I could actually manage without a tactical or flak jacket just for this class only. But I do think flak jacket is an essential perk, especially if you're going to be pushing a bomb site, or if it's like late in the rounds or like overtime or something and someone has their kill streak saved up. I think this is a great, really important round 11 class. But anyways, I am running the XR2. I just explained that. The Elo site, I made a whole entire video on that, Elo versus Reflex. You can check that out. I got a stock on here. I used to not run stock, but I've really been convinced that it actually does help. Not as much as it did in other CODs, obviously, but it does help you, and you got to take anything that you can get in this game. So I run stock there, and I use grip. So you guys are probably like, what the fuck are you doing with grip on a burst rifle? So grip is actually really important on this gun specifically, mainly because of the fact that it has so much idle sway. And when you put grip on there, it actually semi-reduces the idle sway, and it keeps things a little bit easier. So each bullet actually counts a lot more with the XR2. It's a 3-round auto burst assault rifle. So if you see that that's a 3-round burst, and you go down here over to the M8, it's a 4-round burst. With that being said, the XR2, each shot is actually going to deal more damage, and each bullet in the round is actually going to count a lot more. So you need to hit every single shot. With that being said, grip is going to help a tremendous amount. This thing takes a long time in between bursts, and I strongly recommend running grip. It's going to keep you a lot more accurate. And I think that, before that I used to run High Caliber because you could get those free fucking stupid one-shot kills with the High Caliber. I'm kind of happy they banned that, so that's gone. So this is basically what I've been running. So for a secondary, I run the MR6, and you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck? I really am running some Fizzerp type shit right now. The RK5, I don't know. This thing is just like the fucking M8. It's like a mini M8. It's so inconsistent. Sometimes I'll 2-bullet people, literally. Other times it's like 3-4 bursts. This thing definitely caught a huge nerf from when the game first came out and from the beta. So I don't really know what to tell you. And then of course the LCAR is banned on UMG. And just for you guys, I play a lot of wagers, especially of recent. So these classes comply with the UMGO rules. You can totally use an LCAR right now on game battles, I'm pretty sure, at the time of making this video, which is December 7th, 2015. This actually complies with, or the LCAR complies with the GB rules, and so does High Caliber. They will get banned eventually, I'm almost positive, so keep on the lookout. And that's that. So then I run the flak jacket. Like I said before, this thing basically makes you immune to nades and RCs, which is really important, especially in an important round like round 11 or something like that. I run fast hands, and the reason I don't have quick draw on here is you don't need it if you have fast hands. Fast hands will allow you to aim faster after sprinting. So, I mean, let's think about it here in theory. The only time you really need quick draw is to win a gunfight, like when you're in the middle of moving or something important like that. The only time that you would need quick draw is when you're sprinting or not aiming down sight. Quick draw gets you to the aiming down sight. So if fast hands is technically doing that, you're going to be pre-aiming a lot of the time with like an elo sight or any AR. So it kind of defeats the purpose to run quick draw if you're just, all it's going to help you do is get to that point of what fast hands does. It's kind of a little complicated, but I mean, it just works. Trust me, fast hands is the way to go. This is basically quick draw, has the same effects of what you want out of quick draw, and I strongly recommend running that as opposed to quick draw. So that's the reason I do not have it on any of my ARs or SMGs for that matter. And then I have the standard Blast Suppressor, Dead Silence, 2 perks. That's pretty much a given, and that's my first class. Now a lot of my classes will actually revolve around this one. Same perks and stuff. On my sub, I don't run a sub too often, but when I do run the Vesper. I got a sexy camo here, and I got this from the supply drop. But I run long barrel, laser, and extended mags. This thing has a super short magazine, so I need that. Long barrel, just very simplistic, increases range. And I did notice a difference on that. A lot of people kind of argue that long barrel isn't needed. I mean, I tried not running it for a while and it kind of fucked me, so I just run long barrel and laser sight just because this thing is just so deadly from the hip, and laser sight makes it even better. Laser sight's super helpful in this game. Wasn't too much in Advanced Warfare, but in this game, holy shit, running around with a sub with a fucking laser, it's like a fucking steady aim UMP from MW2 if you guys remember that. But that's that there. I don't run a secondary on a sub, it's not really needed. And then I run 1 concussion, fast hands because it's going to allow me to aim faster after sprinting, very important on subs. And then we got Blast Suppressor and Dead Silence. So that's that. And then we can go over here. This is kind of like my fuck around class. I do not recommend actually running the Weevil. I was playing some pretty bad kids, so I figured I'd whip this thing out and have a good time with it. That sounded extremely sexual, but I run the Weevil just for fun. Anytime I'm up like 5-0, I'll just fucking pull that thing out. Very standard subclass, and I got that going for me there. So over here is my Sniper Overkill class. I think this was in my other class setup video. The only thing I changed here was the Sniper Reticle. If you guys didn't catch my video, I think 2 days ago, I actually identified the best optic, or the best reticle for your optic. And if you go over here to Stage Fright, this thing is basically like a red dot sight in your sniper scope. So that thing is so nice. It helps you a lot. I don't really like this default one. It's too big, and I don't really like it too much. So SVG is pretty dominant here. It gets the least hit markers. It even says it in the description. I didn't even notice this until someone pointed it out to me. But 1-shot kill above the hip. If you go over to the Locust, 1-shot kill to the chest and above. So it's just, you want to run the SVG. It's just clearly more powerful. They even say it in the description of the weapon. So that's very standard overkill class. You want to run fast hands so you can switch to each thing faster. And you got your standard Blast Suppressor, Dead Silence. And the last class I have, the M8. So the M8 you want to run long barrel on. So you got your standard stock and elo. Long barrel is actually really effective on this. Grip isn't too effective on here. The M8 has very low recoil, and it's just not, like, it's not really necessary. It even says it in the description of the weapon with minimal recoil. You don't really need it on there, and like I said before, each shot of the burst doesn't count as much, and plus this thing shoots super fast. Like in between bursts, the delay is not long at all, like the XR2 is, so you can get those bursts out faster. So I would recommend long barrel. It keeps things a little bit more consistent and actually helps you with that 1 burst kill range. So I strongly recommend running long barrel on here. And then we got our overkill Vesper. I don't have any attachments, I don't have any room for anything like that, so I just run no attachment on there. But it does help you in a jam if you have someone one shot and you want to chase them, they run into a building, you just whip out your submachine gun and finish them off with fast hands, and then you got your standard perks, blast suppressor and dead silence. So that's that. I'll just show you my specialist here. I run the get back to boot camp guy. Overdrive is really effective. I've seen some people running glitch, making huge plays with glitch. To each their own. I don't really think there's a best specialist. I think they've actually balanced them pretty well as far as the ones that are legal and competitive. So that's really that. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to leave a like rating, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.